Everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged.
Let's open up Nunez now. Because remember, he was the first one to get there. He was the first one to go inside and get an idea about what was apparently happening. Let's see how different this is. Because remember, I already noticed that they have this screwed up. He has Xana and Kaylee switched. And again, they have it written like this instead of him just coming in and instantly being like, originally I thought that this is who it was, but it turns out that's not accurate. They leave that part until the end so that you have to read the whole thing incorrectly, completely incorrectly. Okay. On 11/13/22 at approximately 11:56 hours, I responded to an unconscious subject at 1122 King Road in Moscow, Idaho. Upon my arrival, I found a large gathering of people in the parking lot immediately north of the 1122 King Road residence. 1122 King Road is a white 3-story single-family residence with multiple bedrooms. The 1122 designation is located directly above the front door facing north. I was directed to a bedroom on the second floor by Hunter Johnson in the northwest corner to locate an unresponsive female. Upon entering the room, I observed a female laying supine on the floor next to a bed. According to DM, this female was likely Kaylee. No. Dylan also lived at 1122 King Road. I observed dried red surrounding Xana's body and signs of cutting trauma to her face. Xana, I'm saying the right name. I know y'all see it says Kaylee, but y'all know what I'm doing. Xana was covered in so much red, I wasn't able to immediately discern where any additional injuries would have likely been. Xana was apparently deceased due to her pale skin color, rigid body tone, and apparent blood loss. On the bed in the same room I observed Xana, I observed a male laying supine in the bed. Now, see, that's on the back, but everything else we're sort of reading is saying that he was on his side. But him being on his back with his head basically stuck between the bed and the wall makes a lot more sense to what they're trying to say than him being on his side facing the wall. Because, again, this is describing it like you cannot see his head because his head is basically stuck in between the wall and the damn bed. This male likely to be Ethan Chapin. Dylan said Ethan was commonly at the residence. I observed red covering portions of his legs, surrounding his body into the bed sheets, and drops of red on the wall near his head. As I backed out of the room, Hunter showed me a kitchen knife and said he had it in his possession. I told Hunter to leave the knife and go back down the stairs to the front entrance. So did y'all just put it back in the kitchen? Did you hand it to the cop? Where is it? How was that part handled? Officer Warner and I moved to visually clear the residence for any suspects or additional victims. On the third floor, Officer Warner and I found 2 additional apparently deceased females, both laying supine in a bed. This bedroom was on the southwest corner of the third floor. According to Dylan, these 2 females were likely, and this is incorrect, he has it Xana and Madison. I'm going to correct it. Xana is not the one. Kaylee and Maddie. One female showed an apparent traumatic injury to her face due to the basic facial structure being unrecognizable. That would be Kaylee. Both females showed very pale skin. Both females were covered in dried red and were apparently deceased. After the residence was deemed safe, Officer Warner and I exited the residence to secure it in the immediate area, to include the parking lot immediately to the north of the residence. I walked outside and began interviewing Dylan. Dylan told me at approximately 4 a.m. she heard a voice scream and believed it to be Kaylee's. Dylan said she heard Kaylee scream and announced there was someone inside the residence. She heard screaming, so now we're going from, she said, oh, she thought she was just playing with her dog, and she heard maybe somebody say something about somebody was here. Now it's a whole ass scream. And we're supposed to believe from all these tall tales that she cried wolf for a damn pot popping down onto the ground in the kitchen. But you hear a whole scream and you don't do shit. A whole scream. Dylan said she heard Kaylee scream and announced there was somebody in the residence. Dylan said she could hear Kaylee run from the 3rd floor, down the stairs, to the 2nd floor, into the northwest bedroom. Dylan said she locked herself in her bedroom and continued to hear a commotion. Dylan said eventually she stopped hearing a struggle and heard a male voice say, "You're gonna be fine. I'm gonna help you." That's more of a statement. You're gonna be fine. I'm here to help you. Dylan said she did not recognize the male's voice. Dylan said after a few minutes, she peeked out of her bedroom and observed a male described as approximately 6 feet tall, slim build with a black ski mask leave the 2nd floor patio area. So they literally have her in the very first responders report claiming she actually saw the person leaving out the back. And this whole time they've been like, oh, we don't really know because she just saw him walking down the hallway. That's not what's being said. This patio door was likely left open as it was found open upon my arrival. This is a completely different situation. If they would have released this information, Dylan would have never been able to get away with anything. I interviewed an additional roommate, Bethany, who told me she was at the residence during the commotion. Bethany said she was on the 2nd floor in the living room watching Vampire Diaries. Oh, wait till I tell Ariel. Watching Vampire Diaries with Dylan and an unidentified person named somebody with an L. Who's the L name? Bethany said at approximately 2 a.m. at 11/13, Madison and Kaylee came home from a night out at the Corner Club, located at blank. Okay, so the cops came out telling everybody 1:45, but Bethany told everyone in the beginning it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, which is closer because the Goncalves found it to be 1:56. So the cops decided to go with their own bullshit instead of listening to begin with. Now, also, and I don't know how true this is because this book is a bunch of bullshit. There's another person in the book, apparently, that got ready with the girls to go to Corner Club before they left and was in the car that took them to the Corner Club. And I don't know about like all the rest of it. Because obviously we see Kaylee and Maddie walking with Jack and getting into a car themselves without a third person. But there was apparently a whole other female that was getting ready and went with them that night, shall I say. Okay. Bethany said at approximately 2 o'clock, Madison and Kaylee came home from a night out at the Corner Club bar located at here. I don't know why they blocked that out. We already know. In Moscow, Idaho. Bethany said she also believed Madison and Kaylee went to the Grub Wondering Kitchen Truck. What a longer name that we expected. That was commonly located in the 300 block of South Main Street. Bethany said she and Madison let Madison's dog out. It's Kaylee's dog. Murphy, sometime between 2 and 2:30. Bethany said during this time she observed no suspicious activity. Okay, see, Olivia made a statement about how the girls got home and then like took Murphy out. But this puts it with Kaylee and Bethany, technically, because it's Kaylee's dog, not Maddie's. Bethany said she returned inside while Madison was still outside with Murphy. So was it actually Maddie or was it Kaylee? Because this guy's got his names all kinds of already discombobulated. Bethany said she went to bed around 2:30. Bethany said Madison came into her bedroom sometime after 2:30 to ask if she knew where Murphy was. Bethany said she told Madison no, and Madison left. So that's interesting too, because we had some questions about Murphy because in the very beginning there was rumors that he had like not been in the house and he like showed up afterwards. And this is also about the time they start calling Jack back and forth. Come on, this is ridiculous. Bethany said she told Madison no, and Madison left. Bethany said she woke up in her bedroom, which was located on the 1st floor, to a sound she described as a firecracker and a flash. Bethany said she initially thought the sound was a prank. That's what Willie was talking about when he said flashbang? So not only is Dylan hearing a freaking bloody scream and talking about how Kaylee is yelling about someone being there, but Bethany is getting woken up by a flashbang and no one's calling anyone. According to Bethany's phone log she showed me, Bethany called Xana at 4:21, Ethan at 4:22, Madison at 4:22, Madison again at 4:30, and then Kaylee at 4:30. Well, what time did she hear a flashbang? Because it would have had to have been sometime between 2:30 and 4:20. So is Murphy gone? Murphy gone like the whole time, and that's why he's barking his head off outside after SV1 leaves. Did SV1 like have the dog and drop him off? And he like ran back home. Like, what is going on with this story? Bethany said she never received an answer on each phone call. She said she went back to sleep and woke up around 11:56 hours when 911 was called, which is also a freaking lie because we have the thing saying that she was up by 7:30 or at least doing stuff and making phone calls by 7:30 on her phone. Initially, I was told Kaylee was likely located on the second floor bedroom with Ethan after comparing Dylan's initial statement with other investigations officers' observations. It appeared to actually be Xana that was located on the floor of that bedroom, and Kaylee was one of the other females located in the third floor room. I would also observe the following vehicles in the gravel parking lot that was immediately north of the 1122 building. Silver 2015 Land Rover Range Rover with Washington license plate, that license plate. And then the 2010 blue Honda Civic, the 2014 white Chevy Cruze, the 2011 red Jeep Wrangler, and the 2017 black Ford Explorer. I was originally assigned to identify all of the people in the area. However, I was reassigned by Sergeant Gunderson to begin the search warrant application process. I provided the above information in the search warrant application. At approximately 16:28 hours, I returned to 1122 King Road to assist with securing the southwest patio entrance. I took responsibility from Officer Warner in documenting who entered and exited the residence. I provided this documentation on a notepad and maintained the log until I was relieved by Officer Morris at approximately 17:50 hours. The following information is the rear patio entry log from 15:17 hours until 2115 hours. Southwest corner patio entry log. Okay, so then this is just the cops coming in and out in the times. Wow. Wow. See, and look, the second I look over at the chat, I see some idiot saying, why don't you folks just give up on this? Are you serious? I'll just let you be an idiot by yourself. Like, I can't stand stupid people. You're literally in this chat at 9:45 at night telling us to give up on it. How about you go find another hobby? You don't like it, get the frick out of the chat. Like, seriously, this is documentation that just dropped today. Why would we not be looking at it? This isn't the Epstein files, okay? We're going to keep looking. We're going to keep looking. Can't stand stupid people. I really just can't. Today is not the day. I'm not in the mood.
Please do not forget to leave a like on your way out and subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already.